Hi, my name is Leslie and welcome to Ubud Yoga House. We are in Bali, Indonesia, and today we have 8 lovely ladies, teacher trainees here at the Ubud Yoga House, joining our class. Today's class is going to be around 15 to 20 minutes long, and it's going to center around our balance and coordination, and a little bit in the strength area as well. So this is a great practice to kind of cultivate some patience, remain focused, and if you have a block, feel free to incorporate the block in your practice. And if you don't, it's okay if you have a thick book you can use. And if not, just check it out anyhow. All right, so let's get started seated on our mats. We're going to come into child's pose. Wide angle child's pose. So bring the knees out as wide as the mat, and then bring the big toes together. Walk the hands forward, send the sitting bones towards the heels, and then kind of internalize everything here. Bring the forehead down to the mat, and if you have a block, you can place the forehead on the block as well. So throughout this practice today, it's a short one, but we can really make the most of it by really engaging the entire body throughout the process. I'll kind of cue us in on that. But for now, start to kind of scan the body and see how it feels. Notice the hips. Notice the spine getting long. Allow the hips to sink a bit deeper. And notice the breath. The breath is key to yoga, to our practice, to our health. So let's give it some love. Let's just kind of pay attention to it. Start to deepen it a little bit. And notice the sound it creates. Make your breath a bit more audible. The deeper you breathe, the more you can hear it. So just because we're doing a balancing class today doesn't mean we have to master each pose. So it doesn't mean you have to not fall over. That's actually part of the process. So embrace that as well. Be patient and kind to yourself, no matter where you're at. Slowly rise as you inhale. Coming into cat-cow, so tabletop position. Draw the tailbone behind you. Hug the ribs in towards one another. And inhale, send the heart forward, lift the tailbone and the chin, look up. Exhale, tuck the tailbone, tuck the chin, press away from the mat. Inhale, glide the heart forward, send the tailbone up, belly gets soft. Exhale, tuck it in. A few more times, start to notice the flexibility in the spine and the shoulders. Start to notice the way the body moves in and out of cat-cow with the breath guiding us. And meet me in a neutral spine tabletop position after your last cat. All right, sway the hips to the right, look behind you, take a look, hello, and then sway them to the left, look behind you, say hello. So we're kind of like wagging the tail here. Try to find your own movement here. Have some fun with it. Okay, come back to center. So in our tabletop, really important to remember that the knuckles are completely down onto the mat. So a lot of times they kind of creep up. Really press them down. Hug the ribs in, start to activate through the core. And then right leg extends out, heels down. Step 1. All right. So making sure the leg's in line with the hip, not too high up, not too low. Kind of gauge it. And then we're going to reach out with the left arm. So already kind of like checking out our balance for today while still creating space in our body. Inhale, reach, grow a little longer, send the heel back, fingers forward. Exhale, tuck the chin, elbow to knee. Inhale, deep breath, reach out. Exhale, tuck it in. Elbow to knee, chin to chest. 2 more times. hand, release the hand, release the knee. All right. Left leg's going to come behind us in line with the hip. Send the heel back. Reach out with the right arm. Gather some stability here. And as you inhale, lengthen. Exhale, tuck it in. So this requires some serious balance as well. And in most balancing poses, to support yourself, you want to be mindful with where you're looking, but as well as incorporating our abdominal strength, because that's going to support some of the weight. So always tucking the navel in. Reach forward once more. Exhale, tuck it in. Hand to mat, knee to mat. Very nice. All right, coming into down dog. Walk the hands forward, about one hand print forward. Tuck the toes under. Knees away from the mat. Hips back and up. Press the hands down and forward. Bring the feet at least as wide as the hips for now. Walk the dog out if you'd like. This is your first down dog. Start to explore the sensations here. All right, so now we're going to find some stillness. We're going to bring the feet together. And as we inhale, right leg's going to come back and up. So down dog split. See if you can get your left hand away from the mat, even just for a moment. Lower it down. Drop the right leg. Let's check it out on the left side. So activate the core here. This requires a lot of core strength as well. Draw the navel in, inhale, lift the left leg up and back. And then see if the right hand can float away from the mat, just for a moment. Lower the hand, drop the leg, come into child's pose, just for a moment. We'll try that out again. So I was just in it now, and I almost felt like my legs were too far apart. So if you noticed any room to adjust or any room to like kind of improve the alignment, come into it. Explore the pose a little differently. So we'll check it out once more. Come onto your hands and knees. Bring the hands forward. Tuck the toes. We'll start in down dog. Look up between your hands. Come into a plank. All right. So if you feel like we need to adjust our plank, this is a good gauge that we need to adjust our down dog. So if we're coming forward too much, kind of adjust the distance between the legs and the hands. But you guys all look good. All right. Back into down dog. And now we're going to bring the feet together again. Let's check this out once more. Inhale, right leg back and up. All right. See if that left hand can float away from the mat. Be mindful. Lower the hand, lower the leg. Let's check out the left side. Left leg comes back and up. Inhale. Float the right hand away. And lower the hand, lower the foot. Look up between the hands. Take a hop forward, bend the knees. Inhale, come up halfway. Exhale, fold forward. Bending the knees here if we need to allow the crown of the head to shoot down and bring your hands down to the mat. So if they're not reaching the mat, you can bend the knees a lot. It's all good. Keep the big toes pointing forward. Keep the hips pointing forward. We're going to walk the hands towards the right side of the body. But the feet and the hips continue to remain pointing forward. So we're just moving the torso. Let the neck hang. Feel the side of the body opening up. Notice the skin stretching. Feeling that. Coming back to center. And then walk the hands the other way. Feel the skin stretching to the right side of the body. Top of the head facing down. Come back to center. Bring the hands to the hips, elbows in, look up halfway, and then rise up ever so slowly. There you go. Okay, so we'll come into our first standing balancing pose. This is a classic, an oldie but a goodie tree pose, all right? Actually, my favorite pose. So my second favorite pose. I have a couple. Anyways, okay. So ground through the feet. Find your center point here. Connect through the soles of the feet, through the entire feet actually. And start to feel the feet become like roots digging deep into the earth. Lift up tall through the rest of the body. All right, so we're gonna come onto the ball of the big right toe. Bring the big toe onto the mat and you kind of bend that knee. And from here, we're gonna open up the hip, bring the knee to your side. Place the foot either to the ankle, below the knee, just not over the kneecap, so try not to place it there below it. And then final variation can be knee to the inner thigh. So see what works for you. If the foot's to the inner thigh, press the foot and the thigh in towards one another. You begin to kind of feel more support. So just place the foot down here. Yeah. All right. Place your hands to your heart center. Keep the eyes focused. Look forward past the nose. Feel your feet completely rooted into the earth and the crown of the head lifting up. So let's be strong oak trees here. And on your next inhale, we're going to bring the knee in towards the body. Reach the arms up. So branch the arms up. And from here, we're going to step the leg all the way back. Come into a lunge. Separate the legs more if needed. Stack the knee over the ankle. If you can't see your big toe, walk the front foot forward a little bit more till you can. Great, so coming into our first lunge here. Bring your hands to your heart center and see if you can bring the outside elbow to the outer knee. Bring the thumb to the center of the chest and then look back towards the shoulder. Continue to press into the back heel, and if it becomes a bit too intense, you can drop the back knee. So 2 options here. Keep the breath steady. Come back to center. And then lower the hands down. Step the right foot forward, hands to hips, and rise up. Okay, very nice. Coming into tree pose on the other side. Let's ground through the feet and then make our way onto the big left toe. See where we're going to land in our tree pose today. So either to the ankle, below the knee, or to the upper inner thigh. Keep your eyes focused. Keep the navel pulling in, hands to your heart center, and really connect the hands into one another. Really embrace this pose. Allow this pose to support you and feel strong. Keep the shoulders low, lift up through the crown of the head. And take 2 more steady breaths here. Next inhale, reach the knee up towards the chest, extend the arms up. Deep inhale and step the leg back, come into your high lunge. Beautiful. Adjust yourself as needed here. Press into the back heel. Hands to heart center. Let's come into our twist. Elbow to the outside of the knee. Thumb to the center of the chest. Roll the shoulder back. Look towards it. So the challenge here is to look behind us. That can kind of throw us off sometimes, our coordination when we move the eyes around. The other challenge is to make sure we're continuing our steady breathing and not to clench the face and not to clench the breath as well. Feel the hips sink a bit more. And we're barely tapping that elbow into the knee. We're really using the core strength here. Inhale, come back to center. And then place the hands down to frame the foot. Step the back foot forward. Inhale, bring the hands to the hips, elbows in, rise on up. Exhale, ground through the feet a little bit more. Bring your hands to your sides. Okay, so we're going to grab our block. If you have a block, place it to the front of the mat, about knee-high. We can always place it higher. It's up to you. I think this will be a good height for most of us. But we can always adjust as needed. Okay, so different variations for this next pose. It's a forward fold, but a hip opener at the same time, and it requires balance. So lots of things going on here. But we got this, and there are different options. So Starting off, we kind of went into our tree pose. And if you weren't able to really bring the foot up as high as you like to and maintain the balance, a lot of the times it's easier if we're able to keep our hand to the area here, to the ankle. So we'll start off in our tree pose, foot to the inner thigh. See if we can all kind of get there for now. So come into your tree pose. Very nice. Okay, so we can either hang out here, or maybe some of us can come into like a half lotus. There we go. Beautiful. So check out where you're at now. Keep the eyes focused. And either keep your hand towards the ankle, or maybe we can wrap the arm behind us, come into a bind, hold on to the big yogi toe. So from here, the left arm's going to reach up, elbow towards ear. And then we're going to fold forward, suck the navel in, bring the hand down to the block. So we can be supporting ourselves by kind of holding onto the ankle here, or if we're in the bind, try to relax the neck a little bit. Adjust the block higher if you need to. All right, take a deep inhale, rising up. Arm comes up. And lower the hand. Release the bind if there's a bind. Shake it out. All right. So we'll try the other side. Notice any differences here. Open hearts, patience. We got this. It's not so serious. So if anything, it's just kind of fun to explore what we're capable of today and what we can work towards tomorrow. Okay. So grounding through, we'll do the other side now. See where you're at here. Maybe you can make it to half lotus. Tree pose. Also, we can always keep it to the ankle too. I mean, either way, the hip's going to open up. And either keep the hand towards the ankle or come into your bind. All right. Once you're nice and sturdy and stable, reach the arm up. Inhale, elbow to ear. And then exhale, keep the eyes focused. Bring the hand down to the mat, or excuse me, the block. All right, how are we doing here? One more breath in and out. And as you rise, you can bend that knee a little bit to support you. Reach the arms up. Lengthen. And release the arm. Lower the foot down. Shake it out. Okay. Very nice. Coming back into mountain pose. Hands to heart center. Bring the knee in towards the body. Start to firm up the belly. Lift tall through the crown of the head. Keep the shoulders low. Inhale, shift the weight forward, extend the leg behind you, warrior three. You want the leg in line with the hip, foot flexed. And keep the hands here, or you can bring them forward. You can bring them out to your side, be mindful of your neighbors. If you're at home, feel free to do this. Or even below, just kind of explore that. Send that heel back, bring the hands down to the block. And then from here, we're gonna leave the left hand down on the block. If you don't want to move from here, stay here. This is a great place to be as well. But if you'd like to explore this, keep your eyes focused for now, and then reach the right arm up. Fingertips extending up towards the ceiling. Try to open up the right hip, send the heart closer towards the ceiling. And to really challenge ourselves, we can look up, but we don't have to. All right, lower the hand down slowly. And then lower the foot down. Hands to hips, elbows in, rise up with a flat back. Shake it out if you like. Maybe the legs burning a little bit there, that's good. So let's check it out on the other side now, bringing our hands to our heart center, grounding through the feet, lifting tall through the crown of the head. Inhale, bring the knee in towards the body. Oh, excuse me, keep your hands to your heart center. All right, let's make our way into warrior three. Take your time, shift the front weight forward, extend the left leg back. Try to keep the hips square here. And then feel the crown of the head shooting forward as that leg pulls back. See what you want to do with your arms here. You may choose to keep them to your heart center. That's totally cool. Focus on keeping the shoulders away from the ears. Lower the hands to the block. Adjust the block as needed. If you'd like to lift it up higher, you totally can. And if there's no block, maybe you're on your fingertips. From here, come into your half moon, reach the left arm up, open up the hip, open up the heart center. Roll the torso up and back. Maybe look up towards the hand, maybe not. Feel the breath traveling through the entire body here. And exhale, lower the hand. Lower the foot. Hands to hips. Rise on up. Exhale out slowly. Hands to our sides. All right, super focused. I love it. Let's continue this process. We have a couple of more poses to explore. These may be considered a little bit more difficult, but it just depends on where you're at, hip-wise and flexibility-wise. So I don't know. Let's judge for ourselves, yeah? See how we feel today. We're going to stand in our mountain pose, and then we're going to bend the right knee. Bring the ankle towards the hand. Okay. Now, first and foremost, if the left knee needs to be slightly bent, bend it. We don't want to hyperextend that, pull anything, so keep it as straight as you can. If it becomes uncomfortable, bend it. Get really tall, lift up through the crown of the head, and then shift the front weight forward. As the ankle presses into the hand behind you, reach the left arm forward. Bring the knee back in towards the body. Reach the arms up. Extend the leg forward. Draw the navel in. Lift up through the fingertips. Keep the shoulders low. Draw the knee in and step back. Very nice. Bring your hands to your heart center. Come into your twist again and see if you want to split the arms open this time. You can always keep your hands to your heart center. Inhale, reach up through the fingertips. Exhale, lower the hand down. Reach the arms up, come up once more. And then exhale, lower it down. Step the right foot forward, hands to hips. Lift on up with a flat back. Okay, so let's have some fun on the other side as well. Grounding through the feet, lifting tall, keeping the shoulders low. Bending the left knee, clasping onto the ankle. Inhale deeply, fill up the lungs, and then press the ankle into the hand, reach forward. So this may feel completely different on this side. It does for me. Notice it and work with it. All right, from here, bring the knee in towards the body. Reach the fingertips up. So someone's yanking you up. You're growing tall, extend the leg forward. Knee to chest, step it back. Hands to heart center, come into your twist. And you can split the arms open if you like. It's up to you. So last twist of the day. If you look up, that definitely requires balance. Inhale. Exhale, lower the hands. Rise on up tall once more. And exhale, sweep it down. Step the left foot forward. Hands on hips. And rise on up. Hands to heart center. Close the eyes. Embrace the energy you've created in this practice. Embrace your abilities and your inabilities. All the same, it's that balance. We'll close our practice here. And if you're at home, feel free to lay on your mats, rest comfortably, and enjoy Shavasana. Thank you for joining us at the Ubud Yoga House. Thank you for tuning into Mind Body Access. Lots of love to you. Namaste.